Step into the paranormal with Ernie Atwell and David Seiler, brought to you by Paranormal Inc., right here on WLFE DB Radio.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to this special episode of Step Into the Paranormal, all about the Paranormal Relief Project.
After a year in the making.
Yeah.
David, I can't believe it's here, man.
Yeah, we are out in Iowa. We are at Malvern, Iowa, at the Malvern
Manor.
And if you notice, we have a special person with us. So this young lady, her name is Tori Smith. She's with the Paranormal Help Desk. Basically, what happens is if somebody has a paranormal issue, you can call her. She will find you somebody to help her. So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am, as he said, Tori Smith. I have the Paranormal Help Desk on Facebook, and I also put together the Paranormal Relief Project, which is why we're here.
How many different venues do we have?
We have 25 venues with over 300 people attending.
I have got to interrupt for a moment. Tori is a registered nurse, and that's what's brought this whole concept into play. About a year ago, Tori contacted me and said, "Hey, I want to run something past you. Tell me what you think." And take it from there, Miss Tori.
I did. I came to Ernie with an idea, and I was very, very nervous. I have to say this is my first event. I've never put together an event before. I had a lot of help. It wasn't just me. Ernie took lots of phone calls. David took lots of phone calls.
From Tori.
Yeah. They had to kind of deal with my panicking a little bit, but here we are. I've been very fortunate with all of the love that I've gotten.
And you got the most, I have to say it myself, man, you got the most amazing venues.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The venues around the country, this is all going live from there. They're like, everyone is investigating their location of choice. At the same time we are here at Malvern.
And you can see the live streams in facebook.com/Paranormal Relief Project.
Yes. And we'll be going live at 7:30 Central Time, so 8:30 Eastern. You'll be able to find that on the Relief Project public Facebook page. You can also find it on Josh Hurd's YouTube, and we're also we're going to be going live on Twitch. So that's kind of a new thing. Like, you don't see a lot of paranormal stuff on Twitch,
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right.
So hopefully we're going to change.
That's good, and that's going to be jumping off in a few minutes, right?
Yep. And we're going to hopefully we'll flood Twitch with paranormal stuff, and it'll be a paranormal favorite. So yeah, we're really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. It's been a year in the making. I can honestly say that I've met a bunch of amazing people. We're here. Josh Hurd is roaming around here.
He's
somewhere.
roaming around somewhere.
Yeah, we'll kind of go find him in a minute.
All we've been doing since we've been here is eating.
Yeah.
So,
and the prices out here are phenomenal.
we've been just walking through the manor all day. I think we're trying to walk it off a little bit, get some energy going here.
And what did we do a few minutes ago? We went and ate.
Yes, we did.
And what did Ernie top it off with?
Ice
cream. A twist.
Specifically. One of you guys tell everybody that's watching or listening where we were at yesterday.
We were at the Velisca Axe Murder House.
No, I meant Cracker Barrel. No, I'm joking.
We had a chance to speak with Mr. Johnny Hauser. He may or may not be here later.
Yeah, he might show up.
We have Richard Estep here as well. He's going to be in here, and he's going to talk and meet people. And we have Josh and these amazing guys that flew all the way from the East Coast.
All the way from the East Coast.
All the way.
Yeah.
Ernie's first flight.
I'm still trying to recover, man. I'm like, man,
you should have seen him flapping.
Before we left the hotel today, my wife calls me, just let me know, whatever. Tell me what's going on at home and how the animals are and all that stuff. And
Stewie.
She's Stewie. Stewie, if you're watching, Daddy will be home tomorrow. But
I love it.
She asked me, like, how you feel, how you doing? I'm like, honestly, I don't think I've recovered yet. Like, between, it's only an hour difference, but you have to figure my normal sleep schedule because of my job is normally 10 in the morning till 4 in the afternoon. So the morning we left, I was up at 4 a.m. And I have just been ass backwards since, man, like worse than normal.
Right.
So, you know,
it's night shifter. That's
yeah.
right.
And I tell you what, though, and Tori, Dave, and I were talking about it, just riding around out here, and it is so beautiful in Iowa.
Oh, it is.
You would
It's
not
gorgeous.
believe how beautiful it is. And I mean, somehow one of these days, Dave and I have to get our motorcycles out here because it's just when Johnny pulled up on his motorcycle with Velisca yesterday, I was like, oh man, I want mine. You know. But hey, could you grab Josh for us, please?
And also Luke, because I want to set him on to kind of some of his
And
friends.
while she's doing, if you want to announce Mr. Josh Hurd for us,
Yes, it's Mr. Malvern.
Mr. Malvern.
Mr. Malvern. Josh is the person that you're going to talk to whenever you want to book a night. I have to say that if you haven't been to Malvern Manor, you should.
Yep.
She's lying.
We
Here's
hear
the
a
man
voice.
of the
You can
hour.
see him in the
Without
mirror.
further ado,
That,
he's in the
that
Yes.
dude
Is
right
that
there.
a ghost or is that Josh?
That dude right there.
That is Mr. Josh
All
Hurd
right.
from the
I'm
G
gonna exit
Crew.
and go start our live.
Exit stage
You
left.
know how to get it all going? We good?
What's this button do?
Hey,
Entree Vuski food platter.
Join us for a second there, Mr.
How
Mr.
are we
Hurd?
doing, guys? How are
Hey,
we doing?
we were just telling everybody about the manor and how
Yes.
much we're loving Iowa. And
I'm so glad that you guys are here. Like, it's amazing.
Thanks
that you
for
guys
having
are
us.
here.
I mean,
No,
'cause we
really,
talk,
it's my pleasure.
We
really.
talk all the time. You've been on our episode twice already. And,
Yeah.
you know, when we got into town the other night, Tori was like, hey, you know, you guys here, I'm with Josh, whatever. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe we're all in the same state at the same time.
It's so
Yeah.
cool, though.
You know, I was telling everybody about our dining experiences over the past couple days.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
Of
my
course.
Lord.
Man, I tell you what,
The local cuisine,
you
right?
walk. I'm actually looking at a restaurant. I can see through the window from here, man.
Yeah,
and
and
it is
I
good.
know this dude that has like this ninja wallet. It was like really interesting.
It's very, very tricky, that ninja,
Yeah, no, ninja
wallet.
wallet
I
thing.
know.
Yeah, if you watched our quick live yesterday, you'll know who has the ninja wallet.
I got you.
So
All right,
That's good stuff, though.
Josh, we're not
Yes.
booting you, but I know you're
No,
getting
I
ready to
gotta
start
go
your,
help,
your
man.
stream over there.
Thank
All right,
you.
brother.
Thank you, guys.
No,
very
thank
much.
you.
And we
Thank
will
you.
be up with you in about 30 minutes, my brother.
So
Sounds good.
All right.
we're bringing in another gentleman who's a really, really nice guy. Met him here. We did a preliminary investigation with him yesterday. He did some filming, and he's actually going to upload some of the films he caught. We're going to talk about that. So introduce yourself.
Hi, folks. I'm from South Dakota. My name is Luke. First time at the Malvern Manor. What can I say? Immediately, we weren't even prepared for anything. Me and Dave kind of set up earlier. We were wandering around the manor. Ernie was off in another location, and boom, just immediately all the equipment,
Yeah.
just intelligent reactions.
So let me preface it. About maybe a minute before I came and grabbed him, I went into a back hallway, and they call it Shadow Man Hallway, and I'm like, okay,
Dave,
whatever.
why do they call it the Shadow Man Hallway?
Because apparently they keep seeing a
Shadow
man.
of a man.
Oh man, yeah, hey,
I got it.
I
Might
fought him well.
ambience.
I got it.
Well, as I'm standing there looking down this hallway, I have another hallway behind me. And I said, all right, can you show yourself? Can you show me something? This ball bounces off the wall here and in front of me, and the ball's like this round. I did a Scooby-Doo moment, and I went that way. Luckily, this time I did not run Ernie over because he was not there.
So you can see my other than looking a little
And
tired. They're,
I
they're
went,
not black this time.
I went and grabbed people saying, you got to come see this. So we went down there, and Josh set up cameras. I set up a whole bunch of equipment. Tell them what you were seeing.
What? I mean, I don't even know where to begin, to be honest. Which occasion are you speaking of?
Let's start with the equipment going off.
Let's hit the climax.
Okay.
Luke caught the Shadow
He
Man.
caught the
on
Shadow
film.
Man on film.
There may be a Shadow Man on film.
As soon as we got to the manor today, he showed Dave and I and Josh and
Yup.
Tori. He caught the
He
Shadow
caught him
Man
on
last
film.
night.
Just a little bit excited. I mean, no one else,
Yeah.
to my knowledge, has caught this figure.
Yeah, that's
on camera.
awesome.
So we definitely the equipment was going off on command, stopping on command, which was great. His partner that's with him, she went down there with me as well. And today, and we actually saw shadows on the wall moving
During the day.
during the day. This is like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. No, 4:00 in the afternoon, whatever it was. That was pretty cool. But he actually showed us video, not only of us doing, the equipment. He's going to post all that, but they stayed here after we left, and they actually caught what looks like the Shadow Man.
Now,
which is really cool.
The one experience I did have yesterday, and it was daylight when we were here. Dave and I didn't hang out last night as long as everyone else because we had an appointment with Jimmy John.
Yeah.
The sandwich shop.
Sandwich shop. Yeah, it was a great appointment. Best appointment I ever had.
But at one point, I was back by Shadow Man Hallway. Now, I didn't know your girlfriend was back there in the room. She was just sitting there. I mean, just silent. I didn't know anyone was there. And other than her, I was the only one back there. So I was fiddling with my phone for some reason, and I heard what sounded like a disembodied voice of a little girl, like not a laugh, but like it was real distinct. It came from the room directly behind me where the pool table is.
Yep.
I whipped around, and I forget what I said. I think I called for you, maybe.
Yes,
you did. Then your girlfriend was like,
responded.
What? I didn't know she was in and I ran in the room, and she's sitting there. I'm like, did you hear that? And she's like, no, what? And I told her. But it wasn't her because I had no clue she was even there.
Yeah, that's it. So there's some wicked, wild things here. There's things. We went up into the attic yesterday. Apparently, there was a huge fire up there somewhere along the way, and they used to keep patients there and lock them in there as a timeout. There's a closet beneath those stairs that they used to literally. You think Harry Potter's room was small? This place is like literally you stand up like this, and they used to lock them in there.
But
for
the manor itself is 10,000 square feet.
10,000 square feet.
It originally opened in the 1800s as a hotel. Then eventually it was transformed into a mental hospital.
And there's actually in the back near the Shadow Man hallway, there's like these little cubby holes on a wall in the cabinet that still have not only the patients' names on them, but their med cards.
But you know what I didn't know about? And because I've done some research on the manor prior to coming here. But I didn't know this until I think we were at dinner the other night, and Josh told us that they know of now, or was it on our episode? Anyway, what they know of, 187 people lost their lives in this very building.
Yep.
That's that they can account for.
Yep.
And let me tell you guys, I can't stress enough. If you've ever heard my annoying voice, I don't feel anything. It has to be right there, evidence for me. I don't feel things. I don't sense things other than, your normal creeped out feeling. But let me tell you something, man. When you start walking these hallways you look in them rooms and see them beds that the patients were in, and the room
untouched.
with the toys for the children.
There's one room down at the end of the hallway here that you walk in and it smells like a nursing home.
Yes.
As soon as you walk in, you can smell like the urine smell.
But what I was going to say, it creeps me out, man. And I don't, you know this, David. I don't creep easy. The places that this 6'6", 3-pound man won't go, he sends me. He's already telling me, and I ain't going in there again. That's where you're going.
Yeah. I've already told him he's going up the attic. I'm not going there again.
Hey, I'm all about it.
I couldn't Scooby-Doo out of there fast enough.
I went up there earlier.
I was up there. A hole in the wall, like Kool-Aid.
I was up there.
Scooby-Doo, where are you?
I was up there earlier by myself. When you all were outside, I was up there by myself. No.
Okay. How was that for you? Lisa tried doing that the other night too.
It was cool. It was cool.
All right, we are going to trade out now. We're going to get another place in here who was trying to skirt by, and I said, "Come here a sec." Pull up the chair, stay a while.
This is our friend, our buddy Richard.
Hey guys,
hi Richard. Tell us who you are and what you do.
I'm Richard Estep. I'm a paramedic in Boulder, Colorado. I'm a writer and I appear on the shows Haunted Hospitals, Paranormal 911, Paranormal Night Shift, and Haunted Case Files.
Oh, so you're bored.
I am easily bored.
Haunted Hospitals. I've heard of that.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Watch season 3. First of all, thank you for your service. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So for everything you do, being on the front lines of COVID, all that.
Thank you.
Tell everybody that's watching or listening, Richard, how can they? When I looked at, because everyone knows I'm an avid reader. When I seen Richard's display of books, man, it was like being a kid in a candy store. How can everyone get your books and all that good stuff?
Yeah,
they can't make it to the Paracons.
Come see me at richardestep.net or log on to Amazon, Barnes and Noble. You can catch all of my books in those places.
Spell your last name for him?
ESTEP, step with an E in front.
Yep.
I was looking at. Did you have a chance to look at his books yet?
Absolutely.
No matter what you like having to do with the paranormal, this man's written about it.
Including this place we're sitting in right now. In fact, I wrote a chunk of the MALVERN book in this room.
So guess what I will be doing to take my mind off that fiery plane crash on the ride home? I will be reading one of Richard's books.
Book him, Dano.
Murder One.
Man, we don't want to hold you up. We know you're going in there and jump on the thing with Josh.
Cheers,
we will see you in about 30 minutes, my brother.
Thank you, brother.
You guys take care.
All right.
All right, young lady, you're next.
What?
Come on, young lady.
Come on. You
interviewed this young lady. Why?
So tell us your name and what you're about.
My name is Lisa. I am from Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Hi, Lisa. Oh, wait a minute, wrong meeting.
I worked in radiology for 10 years.
Thank you for your service.
Yes. So I got to see some spooky things in the hospital, some floors that are no longer being used. So kind of creepy going in there. Now I work with cancer patients. So, and this is one of my first investigations, and it's just amazing at a lot of the stuff that we've already caught.
So you and I were in that back hallway earlier yesterday.
Yes.
So tell who's watching a little bit about what did you see being new into this field? What did you see that kind of made you go, huh?
I would say as soon as I walked in here, I got a very heavy feeling on my chest. I kind of had my guard up. It was very kind of eerie. You can read books, you can do that, but once you're in person in a place, it's a way different experience.
So when we were in the back hallway, what did you see equipment wise? Did you see any shadows? Did you see any voices? If you see voices, we're going to have a conversation, whole nother story. Yeah. But if you hear voices.
Yeah, no, definitely. There are some spirits in here that like to mess with the equipment. And if you try to leave the room, they will just not talk to you or manipulate any equipment that you have. I did hear some voices, some growling.
Dave hears voices in his head all the time.
I wouldn't be so paranoid if everybody stopped watching me.
Yeah, no, when we were back there in the Shadow Man hallway, it was very eerie feeling. You just had a very uneasy feeling back there.
Now, we were standing in the hallway and I saw something and I asked you to look and you saw something. What did you see?
I saw a shadow walk past a mirror in a bedroom.
Now,
we were standing by.
Because you spent a lot of time here yesterday and today as well. What is your most favorite experience? What?
I would probably say the attic. We were up there last night. We definitely got a lot of activity, especially on our tash cam. Footsteps, very loud footsteps.
In places where there's no roof above you. Well, there's a roof, but nothing hallway-wise. You get footsteps. That's like...
Yes. Yep. We had shadows walking past the door that goes up into the attic. It would stay outside, but it would not...
Now, you know what? It made me... I don't mean to cut you off, but it made me think of it. Before we left yesterday, we were doing a Phasma box session. And Dave was talking, and whoever responded actually said my last name, which it's not like a Smith or a Jones or a Brown, and to have it say my last name, you know what I mean, Dave?
Absolutely.
And it was almost on command, I would say, except 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
It took about 20 seconds. Dave asked, because it said that whoever we were communicating with said it knew me.
Yep.
Okay. And that lines up with one of my medium friends, what they were telling me about our trip. Because sometimes before we take these journeys, some of our medium friends will do remote viewings or pick up on things, and they kind of give us a warning or tell or whatever. Yeah. And so whatever Dave was communicating with said that it did know me. And Dave's like, well, if you know Ernie, his last name's Atwell. Can you tell him his last name? And like 20 seconds later, it said
Atwell.
It said something.
And then it said, yep.
It said, I know him.
I know him.
I know him, Atwell.
Atwell.
So that's kind of freaky,
Yep.
man. I don't care if you do this every day. When you hear something, so you're like, oh.
Yeah, just kind of call you out by name, you know. So,
Yes.
So, hey, look, folks, we don't mean to cut this short,
we
but
got
this...
one more guest. We got
Oh,
one
okay,
more.
I'm sorry. Okay.
So, I'm
'cause
going to
we're-
let you
okay.
go.
No, that's fine.
And we're going to bring one more guest in, and then we're going to cut it off because we have guests coming probably in about another 30 minutes.
Yes,
Cheers,
have
Stella.
a seat, my dear.
Tell us who you
Hi,
are
guys.
and what you doing here.
My name is Sarah Stream. I'm an investigator, and as far as healthcare goes, I'm an infection preventionist and a dental professional.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Thank you for your support and service.
Yeah.
And I heard Josh say earlier that out of everyone here, you've been at Malvern the most.
The
Oh,
most.
probably. Yeah. I live just, less than 10 miles from here.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Nice.
I've been investigating here heavily since 2017.
Oh, see, I thought
Oh,
you
well.
were from Colorado with Richard.
Oh, no, I work with
Oh.
Richard closely on a lot of his projects. So we travel
okay.
a lot
I'm
together.
sorry. I
Yeah.
thought you were from Colorado.
Yeah.
Wow.
See what happens when you assume.
See what
You know
happens-
assume means.
See what happens when you don't ask questions?
So
Yeah.
tell us some of your favorite moments about this place.
Oh gosh, this place. I consider this place my second home. It's my absolute favorite haunt. I have had so many interactions here. I've been scratched. I've been choked. I've been called all sorts of names.
Cool.
That sounds like Dave's last date he went on.
Yeah,
He knows,
Um,
he knows me too well.
I actually had an experience in the shadow hallway.
Right.
I was investigating with some of my teammates, and we were just sitting in the dark. And I actually just totally blanked out for about 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Lost 20 minutes of my life, and I woke up pissed off at the
Wow.
world and ready to kill somebody.
Wow.
Now,
So-
what I forget what room it was, because yesterday was my first time here.
Mhm.
So Josh rushing me through to get me familiar with the place. We're going room to room to room. But one of the rooms I went in, man, it just felt like I was so disoriented. I was just standing there like this, just, feeling the environment. And all of a sudden, it literally, if you could picture this, like you're standing, it felt like everything just went boop. And I stayed straight. And I was like,
And
Like
you
I had
should
to
have
shake
seen
it
the
off.
vodka he was drinking.
now, come on, guys. I don't drink.
You know, he doesn't drink
My vodka in a bottle.
agua.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, that's a really common occurrence in that room.
Is it?
People call it the dizzy room. It's kind of like,
Oh, is that?
when you have
Okay,
when you
okay.
have too much to drink, right? And the room
Right.
spins.
Yes, and need a
But
bar.
I
Yep.
was standing there and it felt fine. And then all of a sudden, it just felt like everything just
Shifted.
went to one side. And I was like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, shake it off. I can't wait for this event tonight.
gonna be
Absolutely.
fun.
It's going to be a blast.
Yeah.
If Dave and I, with whatever group we lead, if we have 1/4 of the experiences that everyone has told us about this place,
Yeah.
this is going to be amazing.
If we even have half of the experiences we had yesterday, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be a
This
lot of fun.
place is great for events too. Usually, you get that many people with that much energy.
Exactly.
Yep.
And,
it's
And
just-
all these are going to be newbies from what I understand.
and see, you
Oh,
know
that's
what?
even better.
You know what? With Josh and when we had them on the show last week, the whole thing behind this is because of the folks that worked through the virus or the
Yeah,
pandemic.
COVID. Right.
Now, part of it was people were quarantined.
Right.
Mhm.
Josh told us the other night back in 1910 or 12, 10 or 12.
12.
Anyway, 1910, 1912.
Whatever.
People were actually
Quarantined
quarantined here for a diphtheria outbreak, which caused a lot of the deaths. So, will they
Pick
pick up on that?
Yeah.
Is it,
Well,
will
and
it spark things a little bit?
this was also an active hotel during the Spanish influenza outbreak in
Oh,
1918.
wow.
Wow.
So I'm sure there's a little bit of that going on too.
Yes.
And the other thing is they're running EM pumps currently throughout the building.
Yes. to
So,
supercharge it,
It's
as I
going to
like
be
to say.
live and wild. So we're going to do some Facebook Lives. But guys, jump onto Paranormal Relief Project on Facebook to pick up the live streams from everybody who's going to be here. They're going to be all around the country at all the locations streaming there as well. And we're going to do a live stream on Step Into the Paranormal and on Paranormal Inc. So please join us, have some fun, enjoy, leave some comments. And, when you get a sec, thank a first responder.
It's kicking off in about 15 minutes. We're going to open up with Josh and Tori and Richard and Dave and myself. We're going to speak and address the crowd a little bit. get them a little pumped up and excited, you know.
Yeah.
And
It's gonna be awesome.
It is. I can't believe. I mean, it seems like literally last month that Tori called me about this whole idea.
And it's been over a year now. Yeah.
It just went so quick, and it's when you really think about it, it's so amazing the concept she come up with, and you know what I mean? Because let's be real, guys. How many times you tell people, oh, I'm a ghost hunter, investigate paranormal, and they look at you like you got two heads. You know what I mean? So
I do.
You know, in a field full of controversial things anyway, you know, everyone gets to see a brighter side and a better side. And, you know, it's just the paranormal community's way of trying to give back and showing appreciation. And
definitely,
you know, the people that are, I don't mean the guests, I mean like the home teams at all the different locations, or the celebrities that are running the events. I mean, just you can't ask for a better group of people.
Absolutely.
I mean, the people that are involved in this and how it took off, and that just means that next year is going to be even bigger.
Amen.
Because as far as Paranormal Inc.'s aspect with Tori, we already have a new addition for next year already.
Yeah.
That's we appreciate you speaking with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
so, guys, one love. Stay tuned, and we'll be back in just a little bit with some live action.
See ya. Thank you.
Peace.
You've been listening to Step into the Paranormal with Ernie Atwell and David Seiler. Thank you for listening, and listen in next week for another topic and more great guests right here on WLFE DB Radio Network.